Previously on Ballz.
Visual radio it is. What a sight seeing Jambles wearing Nicole's headphones. That's the only way we know Nicole is coming back. She's like the prodigal daughter. She has her kitsch headphones here still.
Oh, but I'm really proud of her.
Yeah. There's Jambles. How's it going?
Good in yourself, man, Darren.
All right, thanks.
Nice to hear you cohesive. Usually it's a broken Skype link.
All we've heard is...
Yeah.
We thought you were talking to one of those tribal guys in one of the jungles you were in at one stage.
No, I was really battling to find a decent Skype line out there. It's not that easy.
The places you went to. Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to get to that in a moment. First of all, let's just roll the Anderson Cooper music. And I must just say, every time, because I used to literally, my old habits die hard, so I used to wake up like at all hours of the morning, even subsequent to after my last job, and constantly watch AC360. And look at this guy going, he's so... And I was wondering if he'd ever actually come out, or whether it was public knowledge that he was gay or not. I love Anderson Cooper. Do not keep that soundbite ever, ever. But I do. I love. I think he's unbelievable. I love his show as well. Anyway, he wasn't on this morning, and I'm wondering why. But anyway, so I was going through some of the tweets when I saw that he'd just come out, and obviously a lot of famous people have all tweeted about how happy they are. Ellen, of course, was first.
Of course,
she is the godmother of all people that come out. So Times public editor tweets, CNN is reporting that Anderson Cooper is straight. No, not that one. Hold on, where is it? Gareth Cliff. I don't know if you, it says, we were talking about Anderson Cooper, sweetheart, not Alice Cooper. Julia Garcia. Anderson Cooper is like Gareth Cliff. He spent most of his career in the closet. Okay. Mel Gibson. Anderson Cooper comes out of the closet. Tom Cruise's marriage falls apart. Coincidence? I think not. There's some really cool ones.
Wonder what John Travolta thinks about all of
Jeffrey
this.
Bryan says Anderson Cooper has been trending all day in some dude's pants. Richard Lawson, right now Anderson Cooper and Tom Cruise are sitting together at a hotel bar, drinking bourbon, warily smiling at each other. A piano plays. CJ, Anderson Cooper comes out in favor of individual mandates.
Let me see if I can find a few here.
I'm just going through some of them, so enjoy the music while I look at them.
Well,
there goes the music. Yeah, you found one.
no, but I see you're trending on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
I'll read some of yours.
Breaking news, Anderson Cooper likes cars. In other news, cars need gas to drive. We got some of the earlier ones there. Oh, LOLGOP says, thank you, Anderson Cooper, for making America feel good about our gaydar. Mary says, cool, now I can officially add Anderson Cooper to the giant list of men that want absolutely nothing to do with me. Mitt Romney, so top conservative cat, says, Mitt Romney says he always wanted to hold down Anderson Cooper and give him a haircut, but he never knew why until now. Just heard at the water cooler. Anderson Cooper's Gaelic? Am I trending?
You are trending.
There's one. Simi says, if Darren can apologize to Sean Dewberry on air, then East Coast Radio can apologize for Dion Govender on air. What? Yo! All right. That's about the fourth time today, or this weekend, or since the weekend. So
You're trending. Actually, you're trending
on two fronts.
Under the hashtags. You are just below Goldfield, so you are trending 2.
I see Miss World's also trending. Is that coincidental there?
Depends, am I trending above her or below her?
You're above her.
All right, so those are some of the Anderson Cooper tweets. A lot more. Just type in Anderson Cooper and go and check all the tweets out there. Some really, really cool ones. And now let's turn our attention from that to this. Let's just stop that first of all.
So over that song.
Here he is, Jambles, our intrepid traveller, is arrived back home. How long were you travelling for?
8 months I was away out the country.
8 months.
Correct.
Was it a tax thing?
I'm hoping there could be some benefits involved, but
Because we now know a lot of our sports guys, they kind of come home on tours via places like Namibia.
tax isn't so much of an issue when you aren't earning any money. So
But no, you're not earning any money for 8 months.
no, I was earning. I went to.
But what were you doing?
I was working in Toronto for 6 months.
Okay, that's where you started your
I
travels.
went and built up my treasure chest of gold.
What were you doing in Toronto?
I was working for a company called Deloitte.
Now don't tell me it's as boring as that.
It is actually as boring as that. That's why I don't like really
Were you-
publicizing it too much.
now figures.
Dad, where were you last week? We needed you. We might still need you. So you work for Deloitte.
I don't work for Deloitte
You
anymore.
were working for them.
Yes, then I retired at the end of the 6 months.
How old are you?
I always have to think about this, but 27.
You're 27. You worked for Deloitte for how long?
3.5 years.
And before that, what did you do?
Before that, I was at UCT
Studying.
studying.
What?
correct. Accounting and finance.
You must have now been with my niece.
Potentially, John.
Yes. Donna.
Not literally.
Not literally. Or
Unlike
maybe
you,
literally.
No, he doesn't follow you, Johnny. Anyway, so you studied. You went into the finance world. You worked for Deloitte for 3.5 years.
Correct.
And then retired at the age of 27.
No. The plan really is not to ever have a job again, but I use the term job loosely. I don't really ever want to wake up on a Monday morning feeling like I'm not doing.
Oh, you must
what
come
I
work
like
here.
We got a first job for you right away. In fact,
You don't even have to pay me, I'll
Let's scramble these freaking numbers. All right, so you work for Deloitte, and you go to. Where did you start working for them? Here, after
Yeah,
you
in
studied.
Johannesburg.
So how did you end up in Toronto?
So they said to me at the end of my time there, I had a number of places to go to. They gave me a few options in North America, and I chose.
No, but hold on a second, Jambles. You don't work for a couple of years for a company just coming out of varsity and then suddenly get transferred to Canada.
You can
No,
put
but-
in a request. You can.
Can you?
Yes.
They need you there. They need South Africans there at that time of the year specifically. We're in high demand. So
Yeah, because we're hard workers
and also
and
we were
intelligent. Yeah.
probably more than intelligent.
So you put in a request to go to Toronto, and then after how many years there?
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
You retired.
Wow.
What happened in those 6 months in Toronto?
Stock market.
Jambles.
No, they're
This
a-
is the crux. What happened in those 6 months in Toronto that made you decide, that's it, I'm done, I'm going to now travel the world? Because clearly you must have had enough money to keep you going.
Yeah, it's. You save up. Dollars go a long way in South America or Central America where the beers cost about $1. So you don't need that. You don't need that much to do it.
No, but did you just get sick of the corporate lifestyle?
Oh yes, no.
Is
no.
that what
So
prompted
was this something you wanted to do before you went to Toronto? You said you were going to do this at some
Yes,
stage of your
yeah.
life.
No, this is my gap year.
Oh, so it's your
But
gap
it's,
year.
no, but it's going to be a gap. Hopefully, 50 years, but we'll see.
No, but how though? There must be somewhere that you still got to live. Did you win the Mega Millions? Did you play GiantLottos.com?
No, I just think, Darren, if you know how you want to live life, you can always come up with a plan to make it work.
Exactly. We want to know what that plan was.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
don't
you're
know
not
about
telling
giving
us.
it out on air.
No, but is it something unique and something that happened that enabled you
No,
to
no,
now
it's
say, I
nothing-
don't have to work again for the rest of my life?
No, it's not an amazing story like that, unfortunately.
You're not involved with that guy that's sitting in jail now. What's his name? He's there for 125 years.
Yeah, the guy Stanford. What's his name?
No, Stanford is one of
billionaire.
them. Who's that American guy that they locked away for 125 years for bringing down the entire economy? Yeah, him.
He was head of Lehman Brothers, wasn't
Yeah, that guy. Nothing to do with that, Jambles.
No, nothing to do. I steer clear of that sort of stuff.
Did you strike it lucky somewhere?
Well, a few times.
We thought we were going to get the big scoop here. We thought, so you will not reveal what
he? No,
happened.
but you're being deliberately elusive now. Talk.
No.
Now tell us the story.
I've told you the story.
No, you haven't.
Not
I'm not retired. I'm just never going to work for anyone ever again.
There we go. You're going to
Okay.
work for yourself. You see, he's probably
Yeah.
the next Mark Shuttleworth.
Yes.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hey?
We'll see how it goes.
Okay, so entrepreneurship
Or
is your vibe.
Elon Musk.
Okay,
That's the way
fine.
forward.
Okay.
Shares, Jambles.
You want to buy some, Johnny?
I'm looking to get into
Got
property,
none.
Johnny.
Property.
Yeah.
I've got a
Okay,
few
that's
for
cool.
you. If you're keen, you can start off with a couple I've got. Desperately looking to get rid of.
For some property, there you go.
All right. And then you just decided to travel the world, starting from Toronto, and just, did you have a plan, or did you just decide I'm just going to go where my next fancy takes me?
I had a plan until I got to Cancun, and then we just headed south. I knew where I had to be by the end of June. So I started in Toronto, flew into Washington, Philadelphia, New York, Cancun, Tulum, down into Belize, down the coast of Belize, into Guatemala. Spent a bit of time in Guatemala, then down into El Salvador, then down into Nicaragua through Honduras. We didn't stop in Honduras. We've heard it's not necessarily the best place to go to. And then from there, Costa Rica, and ended up in Panama.
How many coups in that time? I'm thinking you might be a mercenary now. There's different coups. Do you have anything to do with the new Mexican government coming? The Mexican government being changed?
I didn't know,
Nothing,
unfortunately. No.
And which was the best? Which part of South America did you enjoy the most?
Central. So I always also get confused. Central America.
Central America.
Actual place. There's a little island off Belize called Calca. Unbelievable. But in terms of things I did a 1 kilometer zip line in the Superman position. So they harness you from your back and your feet, and you can't see what you're harnessed into, and you go over a massive gorge.
You feel
1
like you're
kilometer.
flying.
Yeah, you literally feel like you're flying. It's an unbelievable
Taking me back to an ex-girlfriend I had a long time ago. Anyway,
And what did you smoke before you did this?
Can imagine that if you did do something before, it could.
how much doob did you smoke
Yeah,
on this
because
trip?
you can buy some crazy stuff over there.
I'm not sure. Hopefully, my mother's iTunes
Hold on,
line
No.
is down.
Hold on, what's your mum's name?
Yeah, we could check. She's not.
What's her name?
No, she's not one of your 7 listeners.
What's her name? What's her first name?
Delia?
You know, Derek, Dean, Frank. We got no E's, hey? Oh, Eric, hold on. Eric says tweeted us. So isn't Eric? No, there's no Delia. That's fine. She's not listening. Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's readily available, but South Africans are quite conservative guys compared to the rest of the world, I tell you.
Yeah, right. Durban and Transkei are 2 of the biggest in the top 10. What are you talking about?
Suitcases?
Johnny, what are you talking about? So, now you travel, and when you went through the States, did you like stop over, did you just head straight down, or did you like go to specific places there? Did you try and go through as many states as possible?
I didn't. I like to do things properly. So I went to Washington I went for 5 days and went and saw as much as I could. I popped through Philadelphia to watch the Flyers take on the Penguins in a big NHL playoff game.
Yeah.
And then went to New York for 4 or 5 days to go see.
That's expensive, eh?
It is. You
New
buy
York is
you buy
expensive.
1 round of drinks for 4 people, and you're looking at $44.
Yeah, it's great. That's all.
You go
One
to-
round of drinks for 4 people. I've seen a drink cost nearly that much just for one double.
No, and you're in a dinge bar.
Yeah, but let's not forget what Darren drinks.
Used to drink.
Used to drink.
Yeah.
And you go to El Salvador, you order 5 burgers with chips and 18 beers, and you pay $29.
Wow.
So why do you want to stay in New York?
Why are we here? Let's go there. We're now broadcasting live from El Salvador tomorrow. All of us, we're on our way.
But now, basically, you funded this trip through the 6 months that you worked at
In
Deloitte,
Toronto.
and
Correct.
because they subsidize you. They
They
pay your living
Give you
costs.
salary, they give you a house, they give you daily allowance of almost $50 a day.
And you haven't spent everything. You still got enough to basically not work again.
I don't know. Do you have any Investec listeners on there? They
Hold
might
on.
tell you otherwise.
We know exactly where they work as well.
Nah,
Someone from F&B just left us last week. No banking people at all.
I've spent a large portion of it. I've got a little bit left.
All right. So you got some photographs that you brought to some of the places that you went to. At least I can say you should have, if we'd have spoken to you earlier when you were in New York, I could have put you hooked up with my stepbrother. He's a paramedic. He works for EMS in New York.
Okay.
Go around with him in his EMS vehicle. That's fun.
That would have been very cool.
That's fun. And he takes you to the Bronx where he lives, and you go to a diner in the Bronx. That's fun. You just look ahead of
Sounds
you and eat your
incredible.
burger,
Sounds
and don't look one way or the other.
You
All right.
cup of coffee?
Can I get you another cup of coffee?
Cup of coffee.
A cup of coffee. Okay, what have you got there? What is that?
This is a little island we stayed on just off the coast of Belize. It's actually called
Sorry, I'm just holding it to
not
the camera.
Reunion Island. That's a big island. It's actually can't even remember the name. It's so small. We camped on it for the night, so we sailed there. And
Are
then-
those your umbrellas, or do they have like a actual? Is it actually a
Those are-
lodge?
No, it's not a lodge. It's like little, not umbrellas, but those tarpaulin, not tarpaulin.
So you sleep on that island?
Yeah, you sleep on the island for the night.
How big is it?
It's literally the size of half a rugby field. Had 9 palm trees, I think I counted.
Yay! You can actually count them. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. That is beautiful. How'd you get there? Just in your
So-
own? They
no, we
got a
sailed.
shuttle.
We sailed. We grabbed a sailing boat from Key Kalka down. We travelled all the way down. There's the second biggest reef in the world.
Oh
down
my goodness! So you see, you've done stuff at the age of 27. There's something about it that everybody wants to do, but not everyone can just go and do this, Jambles. That's what I'm saying.
You make it happen, Darren. You
You
make
need to
it
get to the bottom of this. All right, slide your finger again, Simon. There we go. There, those little thatch. This is all the same island still.
Yeah.
How many of you were traveling, by the way?
Essentially, there were 2 of us, and then we met up with a Norwegian guy who joined us. He was on a similar route to a similar.
And who
boat.
ate who?
We used to always play a game with the people we met. Who's the most famous, and then whatever country they came from.
So who's the most famous person you met on your travels?
Geez, I don't know. Probably no one really famous in backpacking through Central America. I'd say.
No, clearly not. I'm just got some drug lord.
And
Yeah.
and visas, things like that.
As a South African, Central America is the place to go.
Really? You don't need visas?
You don't need one visa. Mexico, you need, if you have a US visa, they let you in. Actually, otherwise, I think you need one. But
Yeah.
the rest is all good.
Mastercard.
All right, okay, let's move on board with this island now.
Yeah, let's
It's
say,
only
I
the
don't know
sides
what-
of a road. You've taken more photographs. If you put all those photographs side by side next to each other, lay them on the floor, it'd be bigger than the island itself, Jambles. What else you got there? Now, where's that? That's the Amazon.
No, that's in Guatemala.
Central America, Darren.
Okay.
It's
Didn't
There's
you get
actually
that-
a river that runs. There's a river that runs underneath those rock pools. They're sort of crystal rock pools that go on top, and it's made out of limestone. So the river actually travels underneath, and when the water's low, you can actually go underneath there, sort of going through the cave.
Do you sleep in places like that now? Do you just camp there? Just keep going until you
No,
stop.
there's a little lodge nearby where the electricity runs from 6 till 10 at night.
What is that gorge? Hold on. Is that the same place? That's the view upwards.
That's looking from above, and
Okay. Beautiful, eh?
yeah, it's an incredible part of the world, very untouched.
Yeah. So
Very
you didn't book
untouched.
hotels or anything. You just
No,
went
you
as you.
just rock up and hope for
That's
the
the
best.
way to do it.
Yeah. We actually,
Okay.
to get to this place, we traveled 9 kilometers. Took us an hour to travel 9 kilometers on a rocky road, and it was bucketing with rain. We were standing outside on the top of the bucky, just getting poured on.
Yeah.
And the Guatemalan guy thought he was quite funny. He says, "No, free shower, free shower."
Wow. That is beautiful. Eh? Look at that. That is so cool.
Yeah.
All right. Any others there? Keep going, Simon. I'll tell you when to stop. That's a volcano. Hold on. What is that now?
Yeah, it could well be a volcano. We did
Same
quite
place?
a few. No, so from there we went to a little town called Antigua. I think that's
Yeah.
in Antigua.
Antigua, yeah.
Yeah. Which is a great little spot. And then from down there we actually went volcano boarding.
What's that?
It's the second most. It's ranked by CNN as like the second most thrill seekers, the best place to go.
Well, Anderson Cooper's there now.
So anyway, you hike up the volcano and you go. It's like sandboarding, but on volcano rock.
Ah,
And you can go. I think the top speed there. They have a speed gun at the bottom is 90 k's an hour.
Wow, what is that now? Hold on. What? That's a skeleton. Was that lava?
That's lava.
like an eruption.
That looks like something. That looks like lava just like engulfed somebody. It looks like a skeleton. Scary stuff. There, that's the top of the volcano. Is that the hole?
Is that what he said? What?
Is that the hole?
That's what Anderson Cooper said.
I see an Anderson Cooper theme prevailing all afternoon. Well, look, I mean, there must be, how many photographs did you take?
I actually don't know. I sort
Alright.
of took along a cameraman with me, so he did all that.
Well, I'll get some selected ones and we'll put them up on our website, because otherwise it's a whole show just going through your catalog.
Can we go all the way? I think we might. Brilliant! Brilliant!
2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Mondays to Fridays live on balls.co.za.